Okay. I've decided that I will get together all the talking into like just videos and just cut out all the walking around because some of the dialogue might be important. So hopefully that makes sense. Focus up with all those guns. Oh well.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy.
See, I'm good.
If you have any
Commander.
concerns, lay them on me.
All right.
Okay.
I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex.
Vicarian.
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because I'm not.
They may not serve the
Alliance?
Alliance, Chief, but they're allies.
Yeah.
At least as far as Saren goes.
Yeah, we all
This
want
is
the
the
same
most
thing.
advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust aliens?
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
See?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies.
Well, they're not too smart.
Humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Oh, we also need allies.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
See?
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
How cynical.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist.
Oh.
Look, if you're
Okay.
fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human.
That's a tough decision.
It's not racism, not really.
Well.
Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Why do you feel that way?
These seem
For
like
that?
deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded.
Yeah.
My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service.
Damn.
I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I can't remember if I hit this, if that goes away, so I'll just do this. For service?
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
You deserve better.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary.
Yeah.
You should be serving with the fleet.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, that's
Oh,
why I haven't
okay.
served with many aliens.
Just completely ignore what I said. Military family?
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander.
Well,
We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
well, if I were to join the military, and it would be in a future like this, it'd be to see space, in all honesty.
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan.
Don't
When
remember
we
what
hit
Titan
mud,
is.
the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Gold bricking?
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Macapag boot camp, too?
Damn.
Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there.
Damn.
Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
What the fuck does that mean? I understand your feelings.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about me?
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization.
Damn.
That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command.
Damn.
Sir.
Damn. Shut me down. How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at
Yeah.
least, I don't think she lies very often.
That.
Yeah.
What?
She's probably really bad at it.
Yeah,
Too bad
probably.
those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years.
Well,
That's impressive.
I mean, I'm sorry I destroyed the ruins, but good eye.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Let's go talk to Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There were several reasons, I guess.
Such
Like what?
as...
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC.
So it runs in your family. Okay.
I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids
Ooh.
after a big arrest.
That does not seem
He's
good.
taking my resignation pretty hard.
I can understand
That's
that.
tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
Yeah.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash.
Why does
too
some of the
impatient,
textures like
worried
not
I'll become just like Saren.
come in sometimes?
He actually talked me out of becoming a
Looks
Spectre
weird.
when I was younger, for the same reasons.
A Spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000
Oh,
military and military
damn.
recruits.
That's
I could
a
have received special
lot.
training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I understand.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
Yeah.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules.
No.
CSEC's rules.
Nope.
If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Not true.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
Come on, Garrus. We're gonna be better
I
than
see
him.
what you mean, but I'll think about it.
It's okay, Garrus.
Thanks, Commander.
Anytime, Garrus. I got Codex entry. Let's see if Tali has anything for us.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down. Why is that?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing,
Yeah.
and your crew's been really great to me.
Yeah.
Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
What do you mean?
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet to sleep?
The silence wakes you up?
Back
I guess
on
I
the
can understand
flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence.
Yeah.
It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
That'd be very bad for
I
both
guess
of
you
us.
don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
That's okay, Tali.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture.
That might be.
You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
But you're going back, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard.
Yeah.
I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a
Well-
home to go back to.
Okay, that's true. Don't need to worry about those. See you later.
I should go.
See you later.
Let me double check. I want to see to make sure she doesn't have any other questions.
Hey, Shepard.
No.
You need
Okay.
something?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. What are you?
Something I can do for you, Commander.
No.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's see if Rex has anything to tell us.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we
It
do.
won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Of course I am better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
Yeah.
I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Wow, I don't have to be
would've
so
if I
mad.
thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
Come on, Shepard. You don't
This
need
was
to be
a
so
while
angry.
ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for
That seems
more
sketchy.
men, too. So I checked it out.
Saren recruited
I
you?
didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once.
Hmm.
We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet.
Okay.
I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching.
That would seem weird.
A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Wow. What kind of cargo was
What
it?
kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw
Food
on
and
that
medical
ship
supplies?
was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel.
Volus?
Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's it?
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you.
Well, I'm glad you didn't
But
join
my
up with him.
instincts were right.
Yeah,
Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
that's fucked up.
Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Hold on, Rex. I got something for you.
Shepard.
So now I can talk to you again. Come on. Okay, there we go.
Shepard,
I found something of yours.
I found this armor. Does it belong to you?
let me see. Damn. This is it.
Yeah.
Hard to believe my ancestors wore this piece of crap,
Damn.
but at least it's back where it belongs. Thanks, Shepard. I might be starting to like you after all.
No problem.
You're getting
dude.
soft on me, Rex.
Huh. Just because I like you doesn't mean I wouldn't kill you.
Alright, that's Rex. That we all know. Still will kill me if he has to. Come on. Hey, Caden, do you have anything for us? I'm gonna say probably not.
Anything you need, Commander?
Look for personal input.
Just trying to get a
Hey,
sense of where
yeah.
the crew's at. Thoughts?
Where you
Is
at?
this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Speak your mind.
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
See.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this.
What do you mean?
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council?
Yeah.
Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I understand,
The
dude.
Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
You would think.
Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's alright.
tell me about it.
What is
Bionic
Bot?
acclimation and
okay.
temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an
Okay, hauled in
understanding of
sounds more
biotics
correct.
could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure
What?
to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Your dad was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
That sounds weird. Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer
That seems
edge of the
sketchy.
solar system.
That seems really
It's where they
sketchy.
did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Friends?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nice shot, friends.
We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a
Oh.
research platform.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I can see
Canadians
that.
kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to talk
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games.
That sounds fun.
There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She
What?
was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Did you love her?
Sounds like she was
Sorry
special
if
to
that's
you.
too personal.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Yeah,
You know of any intentional
Yeah.
exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold.
Yeah, that seems weird,
I'm not
sketchy.
saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Sounds rough going.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
You can talk to me, you know
Aleko,
that.
there's no regulation that says you can't
Yeah,
be friends
see?
with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner.
Nah, I won't take that.
Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright,
Anything you need,
I'll take
Commander?
her appraiser.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Seems like a sweet girl.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Do you have anything now?
I've wasted enough of your time for
Okay.
now, Commander.
We'll
See you
talk
later.
another time.
Anything over here? No. Codex entry? Codex entry? No, no, no. Okay. Oh, I just wanted to check. I wonder if Dr. Chakras has anything.
Yes,
there.
Commander? Is there something you need?
No.
I should go.
Okay, never mind.
Goodbye,
Dr.
Commander.
Chakras did not have anything to say to me. Yara? Hey, what's up?
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth
Ah, I
Commander.
was in. Don't
If
mention
you
it.
hadn't shown up,
It's all good.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
Yeah, see, it's all good.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not
I don't
like
think anybody
Benezia.
on the ship
I
trusts
will do
aliens.
whatever I can to help you
Except
stop
maybe
Saren.
me.
I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
See?
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Sorry, Culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to
Yep.
discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in...
Okay.
My people believe we are all part of a single galaxy.
Yep.
Although we seek to understand other species,
Rumors?
it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
I'm sorry. That's
Like what?
racist.
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
Well, what does that mean?
We still require a partner
Yeah.
to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and
That-
any gender.
That seems weird. But very, very helpful, if you think about it. How's that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union.
Okay.
The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings.
How does
We
that
can
help
touch
you
the very
reproduce,
depths
though?
of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of
Oh.
their species. We share the most basic elements of their
Okay.
individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we
I
learn
see.
to grow as a
Yeah, well,
species.
What
Okay.
happens to your partner after
Every
the
relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay
Who was
together
her
for many
father?
decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia
She
chose?
rarely spoke of her partner.
Oh,
Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
you can do that? Well, I don't see
Think
why
about
not.
it, Shepard.
Yeah.
If we were not able to make
Yeah, that's a
union with
stupid
our own,
question.
Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained.
So
or so
you're an
conventional
outcast.
wisdom.
I
I
understand.
am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among
It's sort
my
of
people.
like the
It is
opposite
possible
of
Benezia's
animals,
partner
like
was
dogs.
embarrassed by their union.
Because everybody wants a
She may have been
pureblood,
too
purebred dog,
ashamed to
but you
publicly
don't want one
acknowledge
for
me
an
as her
Asari.
offspring.
Oh, she may have been too ashamed to publicly. Oh, you don't know that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her.
Yeah.
Maybe she passed away.
Yeah, see?
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
I think I
Benezia
do,
never
if I
spoke of
remember
her
it.
partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it.
Yeah.
She raised me by herself. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived.
How
Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
do they deal with that?
Few sapient species live as long as mine.
Yeah.
We do not and even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. I don't understand it.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe she thought allying
He's in
herself with
trouble.
Saren would somehow
This hurts you,
None
doesn't
of this makes any sense
Yeah,
to me.
I can
I have
understand.
not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know... Me?
Yeah.
I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs,
Yeah.
unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must get lonely.
Sounds
I'm sorry.
dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across
Wait,
a small
what?
band of mercenaries or privateers.
Oh, okay.
But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle.
Yeah, since
As
the
for the
robots
solitude,
robotics, well,
well,
couldn't do too much.
that is one aspect that most appealed to me.
Why?
Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Why is that? But I
You
can
don't like
understand.
other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of
They
our
didn't
people.
be like. They didn't want to be like mom.
Matriarchs guide their
I see.
followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
It's not foolish.
All
It's all
children
good.
rebel against their parents.
See,
It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these...
Yeah.
That is why I find you so fascinating.
wait, what?
You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
But I also destroyed that technology. But I digress. I'm fascinated.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
That would be painful.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate.
Don't
I
take
never
things
meant
so
to
literal.
offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Just a little bit. Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
No, it seems like you are just.
Now you know why I prefer to
tired.
spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
It's fine.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
All right, see you.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Hey, do you have anything else to say?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Nothing important.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I leveled up. I don't know if that's good. Oh yeah, I leveled up some characters. Leveled up mostly everybody. Hey! Got replenished. Is that fully replenished? Yeah, okay. Good. I'm gonna need metal gel. Joker, do you have anything to say? Ooh. Okay. There we go.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for
Oh,
my metal.
okay.
I figured you'd recommend me for one since
Okay.
I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Hey, sure want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's
Fun,
true.
fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too.
Yeah.
Spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Ship's house report?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her.
Ooh,
Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Well, see you later, Joker.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Okay, now we gotta go walk around the Citadel and talk to, see if there's people there to talk to. And I'm bringing my crew with me. Hey, what's up, dude?
Tin Hut!
At ease.
What's
Rear
up?
Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Salute.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
Yep.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander?
No, I do not.
I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla.
Okay.
You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown.
Oh.
Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
Think of it as an
I
opportunity.
still serve the Alliance, sir.
Yeah, see?
As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
See, don't be so mean to me.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard?
Yeah.
I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
Wow, okay, that's kind of weird to say that about my ship, but you know, whatever. She's not
The
over-designed.
Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless
Wow.
in a stand-up fight.
Okay.
This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle.
Damn.
I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
Alright, please
We'd
do.
be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
Take
I'll
your time.
just bet.
Take your time,
Wait
dude.
here. I won't be long.
Alright. Oh, wait.
Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Why?
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
It's Turian design.
Modified Turian style.
See?
They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Yep.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship.
Well, let's do that now.
I had to shake my head at that drive core
Wow,
of yours.
okay.
120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway?
It's
Useless.
useful. It's useful.
We can
Come
loiter
on.
in an enemy system
See?
and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration
See?
teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe.
See?
But that's not the job of a proper warship.
Okay.
We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom.
Well, you can
And
be
we
like
need
that.
to talk about your crew, Commander.
Okay.
Krogan?
Yeah.
Asari?
Yeah.
Turians?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Commander?
That's about
You
the
can't
Quarian?
allow alien
Or-
nationals free access to Alliance equipment.
The allies.
Between
Come on.
Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Fuck. Well, that's not gonna help me. No.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be
Yay.
submitting a report to the Joint Military Council.
Alright.
It will not be as negative as I'd planned.
Good, I'm glad.
Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
I will do. Wow. Fuck that dude. Ooh. What does she want? Well, this could be good or bad. As a reporter.
Commander Shepard?
Yes.
Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News.
Wow.
Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Alright,
What do
sure.
you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that.
Alright. Oh, you are the bitch. You're the bitch.
Humans have been trying to get
Is that
the respect
necessary
of
to
the
have that
galactic
parlay on me?
community for 26 years.
Alright.
With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
I'm honored,
The
obviously.
Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join
That
them is an
cat's
honor.
playing with her.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone.
That's
Have
kind
you
of mean.
encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
It's not like that.
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you?
Yeah, it's not
You've
a
been
problem.
given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
The Turians helped build it.
Actually, the Normandy was
Yeah.
co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
Yep, sucks for you. You're not getting anything.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was
Well, the
appropriate to hand
Alliance-
Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
The Alliance also has information about that ship that is not released to the public, but you know, that's cool. The crew is still Alliance.
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked,
Yeah.
I'm human. Same goes for
Ooh.
my crew.
Ooh.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander.
So?
One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
This interview is over.
Hold on. It's pretty clear you have an agenda
Yeah.
here. I'm not going to be part of it. Excuse me.
See you later.
You can't just walk away, Commander. The public has a right
But
to know.
thing is, I
Isn't
can
it true
just walk
you're just
away.
a shill for the Council?
the thing is, I can just walk away, because I just did. Fuck you, bitch. And that's probably gonna bite me in my ass. But, you know what? Too late.